Hello and welcome to my competitive analysis for heartfelt flowers using Porter's value chain. My name is Joy Poe and this screencast is for ENT 610, Entrepreneurial Creation. The purpose of Porter's value chain is to look at the set of activities a company does to create value for its customers, and then use the information to understand how to increase the profit margin for the company. The value chain is made up of primary activities along the bottom and support activities at the top. And notice that the vertical lines show how secondary activities can inform all of the primary activities. Through this analysis, you can see how the value created and captured minus the cost of creating that value equals the profit margin. So we're going to begin with a series of primary activities, and first we'll talk about inbound logistics. Heartfelt Flowers has a number of suppliers, and relationships with these suppliers at this point are relatively weak. I've not really sought out the best pricing for many of my raw supplies. Inbound logistics are certainly an area where Heartfelt Flowers can increase value for my business. And some areas to consider are finding a packing company that can meet my product-specific needs, seeking out high-quality wool blend felt suppliers with a wide variety of color selections, cost-efficient shipping prices, and then workable wholesale prices. Operations. A good example for how Heartfelt Flowers recently increased their profit margin was through switching from hand-cut flowers and petals to die-cutting the flower shapes. I was able to cut the labor costs by speeding up production and increasing uniformity in my product. I was hand-cutting flowers in the beginning when it was just a hobby, and realized after a little while the demand got bigger and I wasn't able to keep up with the demand by hand-cutting. So I found some die-cutting flowers and realized that I could make a lot of new designs out of the shapes there. As Heartfelt Flowers moves deeper into the wedding industry, operations, such as customer service, turnaround time, and wholesale production, will pose some dilemmas for me. However, increasing efficiency in these areas will eventually increase the profit margin for Heartfelt Flowers. Outbound logistics, yet another primary activity. Outbound logistics for a handcrafting business are always changing. Issues such as packaging and shipping, storing supplies and finished products, and creating a beautiful booth display can all be affected differently depending on the project and the goals. Internal logistics to consider would be storing materials and products, deciding on the cachet of production, like who comes in first. Is it the person whose wedding is sooner or the person who ordered sooner? And then loading, unloading for craft and wedding events. External logistics to consider would be shipping custom orders, turnaround times, and again, booth displays. Efficiency and resiliency in these areas have the potential to greatly increase the profit margin for Heartfelt Flowers. Marketing and sales. Heartfelt Flowers has not really utilized many marketing sources outside of social media. And then direct marketing at the farmers markets, just talking to people. We've used social media posts and then this authentic customer interaction to create brand awareness and popularity, at least in our small community in the farmers market. I also manage an Etsy shop that suffered from my lack of attention and my marketing knowledge. Not to mention Etsy has a lot of SEO bad press lately, so Etsy's been doing some funny things that make a lot of handcrafters upset, especially the small people. If Heartfelt Flowers enters the wedding market, a beautiful website with the ability to purchase items will be imperative. And then a strong marketing plan that focuses on wedding clients will also help secure more purchases for Heartfelt Flowers over other competitors. There aren't a whole lot of wedding-specific felt flower makers out there, so if I were to gear my website and marketing towards that, I think I would gain a lot of clients. Service. The everlasting quality of handcrafted felt flowers creates a value above and beyond real flowers as far as the wedding industry goes. You know, budgets for felt flowers that will last forever are similar in prices for real flowers that disappear after the day or maybe 2 or 3. Once a bouquet has been purchased and delivered, clients are given useful instructions for maintaining their bouquets and other items that they might have purchased. I keep thinking perhaps the addition of a quality guarantee would secure the value of my products and the workmanship once it's been bought. And then on the inbound side of service, excellent communication during the process of creation is a value in and of itself. Highlighting the collaborative effort of my service may be a good way to show the value of my products. Now we've kind of moved on to some support activities, and we'll talk about procurement. It's a procurement of resources will encompass everything from finding vendors to being a vendor, and then all the nitty-gritty details of operation in between. Purchasing quality raw materials is imperative to a quality final product, as is procuring the materials needed to present my product to the best clients. Areas of procurement that need attention include seeking out the best prices for raw materials, marketing expertise, and researching sales events, such as pop-up shops or wedding events. Human resources. It's hard to consider human resources as a support activity, but in the value chain, HR supports almost all of the primary activities. Currently, I'm a business of one, so human resources is not really a reality for me. However, if Heartfelt Flowers grows, and we grow in the wedding industry, there will be need for hiring, and then all the details that would go along with it, you know, contracts and employee manuals. The addition of employee manuals, design recipes, and brand ambassador training are all areas that would increase the profit margin when faced with finding and retaining good hires. Moving on to technology development. Being a handcraft business, Heartfelt Flowers is not altogether a technology-driven company. However, that's not to say that technology doesn't play a role in my day-to-day activities. Staying up to date on SEO, social media changes, blogging, content development, and changes in the wedding trends will create value and resiliency for Heartfelt Flowers, knowing which way, which colors, things like that. As the wedding industry changes, staying on top of those things will help propel me forward. And finally, we have infrastructure. My support system, much like many small businesses, has been friends and family. Thanks, Mom. Should Heartfelt Flowers move into the wedding industry, there will be need for services by business professionals for sure. The expertise of a marketing firm will help ensure a profitable move into a new market. Legal expertise will be needed for contracts, hiring, and perhaps some copywriting of my designs. Accounting services will help free up my time to do other tasks because I hate numbers, and keeping strict records for tax purposes. And then infrastructure, in my opinion, seems to be the area that will need the most attention according to this value chain analysis. As my business grows, adequate infrastructure will really help ensure a higher profit, kind of above and beyond many of the other aspects of the value chain. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.